Hello there, my alcoholic YouTubers. Alright, September 17th, 2021. This morning I did a morning hunt. Solo, all by myself. My boys are in school. I'm kind of bummed about that they didn't get to go with me. I just love hunting with them. But yeah, I went to this one spot, a very, very secret spot. Sorry, I can't tell you guys where it is. But it's an area where I know that it's only me or very, very few people get in, and I like to let bulls grow in these very secluded areas, and also because the genes in these areas produce really, really big bulls. There's 370 bulls that have been shot out of here. So yeah, I just like to let these bulls grow in these areas. So the footage, you won't get to see the elk because my head strap that holds the camera broke somehow, and I had to use electric tape to hold it. And so I'm just putting this video out there for you to hear how I use these calls to call in these elk. And so this bull came in at 35 yards. It's just a 5-point bull, and it's just something that I don't shoot in this area. I like to let them grow again. And so before I turned on the camera, there's a cow elk was coming into me. She heard me walk, and so she was coming in. I could hear something like thumping or walking ahead of me, and I knew it was an animal. I didn't know what it was. And then sure enough, here comes a cow coming into my walking sound. So as fun as that sounds, elk do think that too. And we as humans, when we walk, if we minimize that thumping sound, that our boots thumping on the ground, they'll, in some situations, they'll just think that that's just another animal. But when we're walking really fast or really heavy, and you hear that thumping, to animals, just like horses or any animal, when you hear them run, it's a lot of thumping, commotion. So that thumping noise, animals associate that with danger or something that's just spooky right then. And so this cow elk and I had a stare down for probably a minute, and then when she finally busted out, I gave a bugle, acting like I was a bull in there, pushing cows or controlling my cows. And I already heard this bull bugle already one time, and so that was before I turned on my camera. And so when I finally turned on my camera, that's what you're gonna see. So as funny as this sounds, elk learn how to adapt to the pressure or the predators that are around there. And so these elk in this area, they've learned to whisper bugle. And so what you'll hear me whisper bugle back at this bull, because he's whisper bugling. And so just to make my behavior more realistic, I'm trying to imitate the realism of the elk behavior in this area, to make them believe that I'm another elk in that area, to come into my call. So that's what you're going to be hearing, is this bull whisper bugling, and I'm whisper bugling back at him. And so my cow calls is I'm telling him that I'm acting as my cows, telling him that we're here. And then my bugles, one of my bugles is I'm actually calling my cows back, and then when I answer the bull, I'm just telling them that I'm another bull here too. You're gonna hear me growl at the beginning of the video, is because I'm not in position yet to shoot if he was to come in, and so these elk can come in on a split second, and so I growled at him to kind of make him slow down. And to make him, basically, to let him know that I'm annoyed and I don't want him near me. And so that's why I'm growling at him, because I'm not in position yet to shoot. And I needed to get in an area where it's not so thick around me, where I can maneuver if I needed to. If I need to take a step, I can. and I just know that this area so well that I know where each little bench of each little open spots is. So that's why I growl at him, just to back him off a little bit. So you can control the elk how he comes in, if you just know how to use your calls and understand how they behave in the areas. And so, but yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Again, I'm sorry you don't get to see the elk, but it was just the malfunction of the head strap. You just but you can listen and hear how the bull is coming in. Well, I could hear the bull come in. I was watching the video, and you can't hear him in the video, but when I was out there, you could hear him just come crashing in through all the and breaking branches. It's just cool. But one more note before I cut out here is, I've told this to somebody years and years ago, and when you're hunting elk or calling elk and solo hunting, you're playing Marco Polo with these elk. And so that's why you see me call and move, because I want him to think that the call's still coming from back there. And so I'm trying to gain distance. That's if I know I can move. But if it's open, I'm going to trust that he's going to come into my calls. And when he comes into my calls, and if I had time to set up, my decoy is going to pull him in. But in this case, I didn't have my decoy set up. Everything happened so fast. I didn't even have time to set up my decoy, but I just, trusted my calls, and the wind was in my favor, and I knew that if I mimic the behavior of the elk in that area, he was going to come into my calls, and sure enough, he did. So, yeah, enjoy.